What's up, good people? Thought I'd share some exciting news with you guys about Coach Prime. But before I do that, do me a big favor. Hit that thumbs up button right now as you come into the live. And when you watch the video, hit the like button for me. That'll get YouTube to share this video with more people. You get more of a community started here on these live streams and these videos. So I really appreciate you doing that for me. Also, if you want 12 free stocks, Webull is going to give you up to 12 free stocks when you open a new Webull brokerage account. Put any amount of money in that brokerage account. They're going to give you up to 12 free stocks for just trying out the brokerage app. Now, there's a link down in the description box of the video. Go click on that Webull link. Open up your new Webull account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. I'm going to also send you a free Webull tutorial video to walk you through how to make your first trade using the Webull app. All you got to do is DM me on Instagram at RichardFain28. Let me know you opened the Webull account, you funded the Webull account, and I'm gonna send you that free tutorial video so you can start building wealth today. Now let's dive into Coach Prime and the Prime effect. Several days ago, I did a video giving you guys my opinion on what impact Deion Sanders has made on the CU football program. I believe it's somewhere in that neighborhood of $150 million impact. A lot of people in the comments says, no, man, that's more. Some people say 250 million. Some people say 350 million over time. And that could be true. But here's what's interesting to me about the Prime effect. I was watching the Rich Eisen show. And according to Rich Eisen, Shedeur Sanders, that's Coach Prime's son, he plays quarterback for the CU Buffs, is projected to make $3.8 million this season. Guys, this is college football we're talking about. I played college football at the University of Florida from 1986 to 1990. And I didn't make one dime. And guys, I wasn't no scrub player. I started for 3 years. I was two-time first-team All-SEC. And I got drafted into the NFL and played 3 years. But in college, I did not make one dime. Now you got Coach Prime's son, Shedeur Sanders, projected to make $3.8 million. Now again, I don't know that for a fact. Coach Prime didn't tell me that. Shedeur Sanders didn't tell me that. I got that bit of information from the Rich Eisen show. And Rich Eisen got it from a Twitter post by NFL Rookie. That's the name of the Twitter handle. NFL Rookie Report or something of that nature. You guys can go out there and find it if you like to. But that's where I get my information from. And man, you gotta be kidding me that he is scheduled to make that kind of money. That's insane. Well, guys, I got the lawnmower guys out here, so I certainly apologize about that. Maybe I'm gonna go ahead and walk in the house and finish up this live since we got the lawn guys here today. So let's get on in the house and we'll finish it up in the dream home. But yeah, that has been very interesting to me that kind of money can be made by a college football player. Isn't that crazy? Now, let's take it one step further, though. Shedeur Sanders is the star quarterback of the team, and he's going to make that kind of money through NIL, which is name, image, and likeness, where college players, no matter what sport they play for, whether it be football, whether it be baseball, whether it be swimming, whether it be tennis, whether it be golf, are able now to make money. They can make money through their name, image, and likeness. Let's say one of the CU Buffs football players, a decent player, is scheduled to make $100,000 in NIL money. Here's what I've been saying that these kids should think about. The 80-20 rule. And the 80-20 rule is simply this. Take 80% of that NIL money and invest it. Think about it. If a kid's 18 years old, he's a good player, he gets $100,000 NIL money, and he takes $80,000, which is 80% of that NIL money, and he invests it. Let's say invest it for the next 20 years, 80 grand, at an 8% rate of return. Do you know how much that person would have, that young man, that football player would have in 20 years? $375,000. Guys, that's a lot of money. All for what? Being patient, right? So that's the 80-20 rule that I recommend these kids think about. Take 80% of the money and invest it. Because the NFL ain't guaranteed to these kids, right? It's not. Most of these kids are not going to get the opportunity to play in the NFL. You know, maybe out of 100 kids, 10 of them get a shot. The other 90, they're going to have to go into a normal life where they got to go get a job or start a business and start earning. But if I'm a pretty decent player in college, and let's say I play in college for 4 years, and I can make, $300,000 in those 4 years, and I take 80% of that $300,000 and I tuck it away in an investment and just forget about it for 20 years. Guys, I'm a millionaire. By the time I'm 38 years old, I'm a millionaire. And that's the power of taking this money and not just going and buying bling or going and buying new cars or sending money back home to the family. That's what the 20% is for, right? 20% of that money will be to enjoy, help out the family. But 80% of that money, in my opinion, should be going to investments for your future. And like I said, if a kid makes 100 grand, they take 80 of it, they put that money in an S&P 500 ETF that's getting an 8% rate of return on average over the next 20 years, that money is going to be about $375,000. Man, that's over $290,000 in just profit on that investment. But that does require some patience, right? So let's get back to the prime effect. How has that benefited CU football? Well, from a player's perspective, tremendously. I mean, come on now. Shedeur Sanders is a phenomenal athlete, and if they continue to have a great season, he'll probably be a top 5 pick if he decides to come out. No doubt, right? Phenomenal kid, phenomenal quarterback, cool under pressure, very accurate, pro-style guy. He has the skill set, right? But $3.8 million projected NIL money this season is a direct result of the prime effect. And this is what I mean by the prime effect. Deion Sanders, everything he touches turns to gold. This guy has been a winner for as long as I've known him, and I've known him over 40 years, guys. He has been a winner. Everything the guy has done, he has won at. Every level of football he has won at. He's a first ballot NFL Hall of Fame player. The guy played in a Super Bowl and in a World Series. And he's coached kids from youth league all the way up to what? Power 5. And he's won at every level coming up the ranks. So it's not surprising to me that the prime effect is doing what it's doing for Colorado football. Think about it. Nobody knew who Colorado Buffalo was until Prime got there. Don't get me wrong now. CU has had a historical history. I mean, they were really good in the 90s. I know because I played in the late 80s, early 90s in college football, and CU Buffs was a great Power 5 program. But recently, they've not been that good. I mean, they were 1-11 last year. And to land a personality like Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, was amazing for them because of the electricity that he brings anywhere he goes. He brings a buzz, right? He brings a certain aura, a certain excitement. And I believe the CU football program will benefit from that. I think the University of Colorado, period, is going to benefit from that. And they should. That's the reason they brought him in. They brought him in to win games. They brought him in to restore a really good football program from a historical standpoint. They brought him in to restore that. And I think that's what Coach Prime is doing. These guys are 2-0. Nobody thought that the Buffs would be 2-0 at this point. Nobody thought they would be, but they are. And that's a direct result of Coach Prime and his coaching staff, them bringing in the right young men, the right staff, and then instilling in them some excitement. I was listening to Coach Prime after the game against Nebraska that they beat pretty handily. And one of the things I heard him say is right now about 80% of everybody is bought into this thing, whether it be players, support, administration, 80% are bought into it. Can you imagine once they get 100% buy-in, what it's going to be like for that program? It's going to be crazy. It's going to be insane. So I'm going to follow along the whole way. I hope you guys follow along the whole way and root Coach Prime on and the rest of the coaching staff. He has a tremendous coaching staff. I was able to meet a lot of the coaching staff. And he has really assembled a top-notch coaching staff. So all the way from him all the way down, you just got the best of the best, right? He has a top-notch strength training team that works with them kids on the off season, during the season, to make sure that their endurance is right, their strength is right, their speed is right. He didn't spare anything. He went and got the best. Why? Because he's the best. I keep telling y'all, when you're the best, you only want the best around you. And that's Coach Prime. And that's the Prime effect. Everything he touches turns to gold, right? Turns to gold. It becomes a winner because he's a winner. That's the key. He's a winner. And he knows how to treat people. He knows how to treat people, man. He knows how to talk to these kids, number one. And he knows how to connect with these kids' parents. I've sat in on a couple of his conversations with these parents, and he knows how to connect with these parents. And then obviously, if you connect with them parents, it's really easier to connect with the kid as well, right? But you can connect with the kid, but if you don't connect with them parents, you got a 50-50 shot getting that kid to your school. And that's where he's really, really good at. He's really good at connecting with them kids. And I hope more of these kids get an opportunity to earn some of this NIL money. Name, image, likeness. I hope more of them get the opportunity as Colorado football program continues to get better and better, more exposure on it. There'll be more NIL money available for all of the kids. I think it's mind-blowing that Shedeur Sanders, again, projected to make $3.8 million this football season. Guys, you got guys in the NFL right now not making that. I'm talking about starters in the NFL, guys who've won the Pro Bowls. So it just goes to show you that prime effect. Don't get me wrong, Shedeur Sanders is a top-notch athlete. He's a great quarterback. He's a top 5 guy in the NFL draft if he decides to come out and CU football program continues to play well. So he deserves it. I'm not saying that. It's just mind-blowing, the prime effect, what it has done in this short period of time. Prime's only been there 9 or 10 months, 10 months maybe, in Colorado. And look what's happening. Just imagine if they go on and have a winning season and they go to a bowl game and or if they go to the BCS Final Four. Man, come on. That'd be crazy, right? But I'm going to be rooting for him all the way because I'm pulling for my good friend to be successful. And I know he will because the guy's always been successful. So, yeah, I thought I'd just do a quick little live and chat with y'all about this prime effect and what it's, the light that it's shining on CU football program. And I think it'll shine light on the entire university, honestly. And I'm telling you right now, 150 million is probably a low figure. This prime effect will have on CU football and Boulder, Colorado, and the University of Colorado at Boulder. It's probably a low number. But I'm really fascinated how these players get a piece of that. Because really, that's what it's all about, right? For me, at least. Being a former player, I want to see these players get a piece of that, right? I want them to get their fair share. But I also want them to take that money and invest it. That 80-20 rule. Take 80% of that money and put it in investments and forget about it. Take 20%, enjoy it, share it with your family, have a nice time, but always remember in the back of your head you need a plan B. What if the NFL don't work out? What if you don't get there? Don't squander this money thinking you're going to get NFL money later. Don't do it. So any of you parents out there that watch these videos that I do, I want to share with you that message. Pass it on to your kids. Like I said, NIL money is for all college athletes. It's not just for football players. It can be any sports program at the university, right? So if your kid is not a football player, but maybe your kid is a volleyball player, maybe your kid is a tennis player, maybe your kid is a swimmer, right? Maybe your kid is on the track team and they excel at it and they're getting ready to go D1. Hey, you got even kids in high school getting NIL money. So even if your kid's at the high school level, trust me, if they're good enough and they got enough light shining on them, NIL money will pop up for them too. So parents, do yourself a favor. Teach your kids something about finances. Make sure they don't take that NIL money and squander it. Because again, going pro is not a guarantee for any of these kids. So please be careful with that. Be aware of that. Talk to your children. Last thing about the prime effect, and then I'm going to wrap up the live. But I want you guys to drop me some comments down in the comment box when you see this video. And tell me what you think about the prime effect. Man, I guarantee you guys, in 20, 30 years, you're going to see all kind of debates about what the prime effect did for CU football and University of Colorado. You're gonna see all types of debates and people saying it was this, it was that. But you heard it here first. It's gonna be at least $150 million prime effect, and maybe more, depending upon how well they continue to do and if they continue to win. That's the key, right? You gotta win. And if I know Coach Prime, they are gonna win. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna walk on back in the house here. I got the lawnmower guys out here and they are not taking it easy on me. And I got my alarm to turn off as well. But I appreciate you guys stopping by the channel and tapping into the live. And go check out Coach Prime and the CU Buffalo football team. I think you will be impressed with what they're doing. Like I said, it starts with Coach Prime, but he has a wonderful coaching staff. He has a wonderful administrative staff, a great athletic director, great fans who are pouring in because they're so excited about this new era of Colorado Buffalo football. And I'm a Florida Gator, man. I'm a Florida Gator through and through, but I'm even a CU Buffalo fan now. So you guys go support them. Make sure you guys have a wonderful afternoon, wonderful night, wonderful morning, whenever you're seeing this video. Also remember, if you want them 12 free stocks from Webull, you guys got to click on that link down in the description box. See, Webull is going to give you up to 12 free stocks when you open a new Webull brokerage account. Put any amount of money in that brokerage account. They're going to give you up to 12 free stocks for just trying out their brokerage app. I use the Webull brokerage app every day to transact business, guys. So I'm not asking you to try something that I don't use. I've been using it for over 2 years every day. It's a wonderful brokerage app for people who want to be able to invest in paper assets, ETFs, individual stocks, and build their wealth. So go click on that link in the description box. Go open up that Webull account. Go get your free stock. Go get that free money. And if you send me a DM on Instagram at RichardFain28, then I'm going to go ahead and give you a tutorial video that can show you how to use the Webull app to make it easier on you so that you can start building wealth immediately. Also, hit that thumbs up button for me, guys. Whenever you tap into the live or whenever you see the video, hit that like button. Extremely important you hit that like button for me so that YouTube can show the video to more people. That would greatly help me out. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing as well and share the video. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. And I'm going to catch you on the next live or on the next video. Peace.